Hello, Michael here with another Michael's Guitar Reviews. Now, when we think of the word vintage, we think of something that's old, a bit bruised and battered maybe, got a story to tell. Sounds like me really. But in this case, it's the label on the guitar. It's called a vintage guitar. These are distributed in the UK and they're a kind of budget-ish guitar, but with a little bit more quality perhaps than you might expect. Usual tuner setup there with three either side. These are enclosed, which keeps the dirt off when you're out there on the road. The nut I thought was bone, but apparently it's plastic, but it looks like bone more than plastic to me. It's pretty well cut, no edges that are sharp there, everything's fine. Frets are nicely finished off. It's got a rosewood fingerboard with the usual dot position markers in there. A medium C profile neck, comfortable. Now this guitar is made with solid woods. We have a solid spruce top and we have solid mahogany back, sides and neck. That's good, that's good. The rosette has not an inlay, but it's more of a transfer, but it looks okay. It's not an expensive guitar. It's got an inbuilt, this particular model, an inbuilt Fisherman pickup, and it also has a tuner built in as well, for which there is a 9-volt battery at the bottom, at the side where the electric lead goes in. The thing that's nice about this is as well, the saddle has been compensated, which suggests that the manufacturers have thought about intonation. It too looks like it's bone, but I'm not sure now. So overall, it's pretty well finished for a reasonably inexpensive guitar. At the time of this video, these are somewhere around 300 UK sterling pounds, so you can convert that to wherever you are. It feels quite nicely balanced, the neck feels comfortable, and overall, it's, for a budget guitar, it's not too bad. Parlour-ish size, I say parlour-ish, because parlour guitars do tend to be a bit smaller than this, but it's a slightly smaller bodied folk country type guitar. A great one if you're just going to go out for the weekend or something and you want to take a guitar with you, or the odd gig, I guess. Nice. Right, now let's see what it sounds like, first of all, unamplified. And then we'll go to look at some of the controls and see what difference that makes. So, unamplified, here we go. Now, let's turn the volume on, and this time we'll have the tone control, the rotary tone control for treble fully on. There's a treble and a bass, and we'll have the rotary control for bass on fully as well. There's also a little phase button here, which we'll have a little play with in a minute as well, see what difference that makes. Here we go. As you'd expect, the bass is on full, it's a bit boomy. Let's turn the bass down to half and see what it sounds like. Much better. I find the treble also a little bit too trebly, so let's turn that down to halfway as well. Much better. That's a lot nicer. So when the bass is fully on, very boomy. When the treble's fully on, very twangy, tinny, not particularly pleasant to listen to. But when you put them both to halfway, much better. Phaser switch pressed in. difference. Let's try turning the bass all the way off and the treble all the way on. We know what's going to happen here, don't we? Not everybody's taste. Let's turn the treble all the way off and the bass all the way on, and we know what's going to happen here, don't we? That's very boomy. The verdict. It's nice when it's played acoustically. The pickup's a bit disappointing if you go to extremes, but in the mid-range it's not too bad. You can avoid a lot of that boomy feedback sound by having the bass setting about midway, and you can avoid that jangly twangly tinny sort of sound by having the treble setting about halfway. So if you're careful and judicious with the way that you set this, it's not too bad really. It's not an expensive guitar, and I think really for what it is, it does what you would expect it to do at the price. It's nicely finished. It'll be a good guitar if you want to just take it away with friends for the weekend. I'm not sure whether it would be an ideal guitar for performance because of the mediocrity, if you like, of the pickups and the sound. It's handy having this little tuner, which you can simply set very easily because it's got a little red block either side and a green block in the middle. Those light up depending on whether you're too much one way or the other, or green if you're just spot on. So it's okay. It's a reasonably constructed guitar. The fact it's made of all solid woods is a bonus, and the fact that it's got a compensated bridge saddle is a good idea, and I think overall it's reasonable. It's a reasonable guitar. This is Michael from Michael's Guitar Reviews. Thank you again for watching. I really would love it if you'd subscribe. I've got loads of these videos out there now, and the more subscribers, the more people who are going to access the channel, the more we can share this love of guitars. In the meantime, happy playing. I hope to see you again, and thank you. Bye for now.